nerve, the audacity to not allow us to even be able to bargain. This is a democracy. This is not a dictatorship.
He needs to respect us by not making us targets and listening to us. That's what we teach our children. That's what he needs to do.
I didn't get into teaching because I wanted to get rich. I got into teaching because I wanted to make a difference in kids' lives.
We cannot lose sight that this goes beyond Scott Walker. This is something that's being done at a national level. This is something that transcends parties. It's not just the Republican Party, because we have Democrats that are hooked up in the same thing. So when you got two pigs feeding at the same trough, you get the same crap. And that's what we're fighting against. And we must not lose sight of that.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
I am here representing the AFL-CIO, a united labor movement, united with all of our sisters and brothers to say, we are one.
On politicians to bring change, because power lies within the people. For too long, people have not been able to come together because they had their issue that they were concerned about, rather than looking at the big picture and saying we are all being stepped on by the same master.
As somebody who's one of my career choices is to be an art teacher, you know, as Illinois is just as broke as, you know, most Midwestern states right now. And if Illinois passes this bill as well, I'm not going to have any labor rights as an art teacher.
My name's Jim Savage. I'm the president of United Steelworkers Local 10-1 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm also Vice President of Philadelphia AFL-CIO, and it is once again my pride and my deep privilege to bring you greetings of solidarity from the 150,000 members of the Philadelphia AFL-CIO. 2,000 of those members gathered at City Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today and rallied in support of all of you. Fox News says it was 200. Fox lies, right? I don't feel like a guest to your fight. This is our fight. This is everybody's fight. We know that.
Hi, it's Scott Walker.
Scott, David Koch. How are you?
Hey, David. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm very well. A little disheartened by the situation there, but what's the latest?
We're actually hanging pretty tough. I mean, you know, amazingly, there's a much smaller group of protesters, almost all of whom are in from other states today.
What we were thinking about the crowds was planting some troublemakers.
You know, the only problem with because we thought about that.
The crowds just keep getting bigger I'm a special education teacher, and I teach early childhood special education. So I teach 3, 4, and 5-year-olds with disabilities, some of the most vulnerable kids in the school systems.
Why is there tens of thousands of people out here demonstrating today?
Because our governor is trying to ram this bill through without listening to the public, and it takes away collective bargaining rights for teachers and union workers throughout Wisconsin. Pretty much anyone in a union, except he excluded the cops and the firefighters. They'll come later, I guess. But the bill also has a lot of other nasty provisions. It has language in the bill that gives the governor the right to do anything he wants with Medicaid, which is particularly frightening for me because a lot of the kids I teach are on Medicaid. They have fragile health care issues, they're children with autism, and they depend on Badger Care, which is Medicaid for kids in Wisconsin. And I'm afraid that's going to be gone, and these kids that I teach that really need it won't have any health care. So there's a lot of other nasty things in this bill, too. It's a lot to fight against.
When I heard that he was trying to pay back his billionaire political sugar daddies by imposing these out-of-staters, radical, right-wing, un-Wisconsinite, un-American, illegal agenda on the backs of teachers, first responders, hard-working union members all over the state, I took it personally.
In Walker's first 3 weeks of office, he gave $140 million away to corporates, out-of-state corporations, and that's at the heart of the budget issue. It doesn't have anything to do with balancing the budget. It has to do with breaking unions and breaking the workers in Wisconsin so that the corporations can have more profit, have more control. Unions are, the only thing fighting back in these elections against the corporate money, and so it's about breaking them so that they can control elections.
When he puts the interests of these guys, who fired hundreds of employees last year and gave themselves an $11 billion bonus, when the governor then perversely targets the rights of teachers, the people we entrust our children with, the people who touch the future every day, when their needs are not put first, this governor needs to know this will not stand.
Freedom, freedom, oh, freedom, oh, freedom for you and me. And before this slave, I'll be buried in my grave. Until then, I will fight to be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom for you and me.
Education's under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Education's under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Education is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do?
probably do everything.